everybody, AD Jackson 330 here, and today I'm filming a video on making page markers using digital images. The images I'm using today are all from Fox and Pip. I've been making a lot of page markers and bookmarks with all of the free printables that shops have been releasing lately, and I've been asked a few times to make a tutorial. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is download the Silhouette software. No, you do not have to have the cutting machine for this to work, and yes, it is completely free for the basic version. I simply Googled Silhouette software download and clicked the first link, which brought me to the Silhouette website. I then chose the correct version of the software for my device and started the download. Once the Silhouette program is downloaded, go ahead and open it up, and then also open up the images you'd like to use. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the blank coffee cup that Fox and Pip uploaded in her Facebook group as a freebie. Then I'm going to resize it so that it's a little bit smaller. And the next step I'm going to do is to remove the white background so that we can manipulate the image. You're going to click on the trace tool, then select trace area and close the entire image. Then I'm going to up the threshold until a lot of the image is that bright yellow and click trace and detach. Then you're going to want to drag your image out to make sure that you didn't leave any lines behind, and you can go ahead and delete that extra. Next up, I'm going to draw a rectangle with some rounded corners, and since I use a B6, which is sized 5 by 7, I'm going to try and get my rectangle as close to 4 by 6 as I can so that I have room for the lamination afterwards and for the coffee cups I'm going to add to this. Next up, I'm going to use the line tool to adjust the thickness of my line so that it's a little bit bigger, easier to trace, it stands out a little bit more. And I'm going to adjust the color using the eyedropper to select the pink that's already on the bow from the coffee cup. Next, I'm going to use the fill tool and go to the patterned option, scroll down until I see the pink polka dots, and as soon as I click that, it will fill the whole rectangle. Then I'm going to bring the coffee cup over onto the screen, bring it to the front so that it's in front of the rectangle. I'm going to size it down just a little bit until it's where I want it. Then I'm going to use the replicate tool to make an exact copy of the image so that they're the same size. And instead of having them both standing straight up, I'm going to tilt both of the coffee cups just a little bit. And there are no specific measurements for this. You just continue to adjust it until you're happy with the way that it looks. After that, you're going to select all of the elements and group them. This will allow you to resize the entire image to fit whatever size you need. And that's it. Now you're ready to print. If you're like me and don't own a Silhouette cutting machine, then you can cut this out by hand with no problems. And that does it for this page marker, but keep watching for the bonus one. Let's get started on the second. We're going to open up our Silhouette program again and start by drawing a rounded corner rectangle. Again, I sized this for my B6TN, but you can size it however you need to, or wait till we're done to group it and resize it then. After you have it sized the way you want it, then you're going to use the line style to adjust the thickness of your border. I like to have a nice border so that it's clearly seen and you can add that extra little bit of color in it. It also makes it easier when you're cutting it out by hand to have that thick line to guide you. Then you're going to select the pictures that you would like to feature on your page marker and drag them from the folder onto the Silhouette program screen. I'm going to be using the Autumn Rose Fox and Pip collection, which features this open strings planner, a planner stack, bows, and bow clips. Since these are large files, whenever I open them in the Silhouette program, I have to resize them and make them just a little bit smaller so that I can see them clearly on the screen and I'm able to work with them a little bit better. Once all of the images are small enough, I am going to use the trace feature to remove the white background. So you click the trace icon and then you select the trace area covering all of the images. Then you're going to want to up the threshold so that everything is a very bright yellow. And then you're going to click trace and detach. Now once you do that, pull the white area to the side so you can make sure you didn't have any lines left over, and you may need to redo it if you have any of those. So I'm going to do the same thing to the planner, threshold, trace, and detach, and that way you don't have to worry about the white background in any of your pictures. For this page marker design, I wanted to have the planner stack at the bottom, so I'm going to try and center those as much as I can, and then I'm going to select the rectangle that we drew at first, and I'm going to click the line tool to adjust the color. I'm going to use the eyedropper to select one of the colors from the planner so that everything is cohesive. Then I'm going to bring the open planner over and I'm just going to set it in the middle for now so that whenever I adjust the background, I can see how well it blends together. Now I'm going to click on the rectangle again and then on the fill tool. I'm going to try a few different colors to see what I think about that, just a few that I've pulled from the planners that are already in the picture. So if you like the way any of these look, then that's fine. Go ahead and choose that. I'm testing it out. I don't really like the way it looks for me, so I'm going to go to the patterns and see if there's anything there that catches my eye. And I ended up finding a wood grain pattern that went really well with the design and will go really well with the autumn setup I have in my tin. So then once the pattern is applied to the rectangle, I'm going to move the planner up just a little bit to where it overlaps the top border of the page marker. Then I'm going to select the entire image and group it together. Again, this just makes it easier to resize it. Next up, I'm going to grab one of the decorative bows over on the left, and I'm going to bring it forward to the front of the picture, and I'm going to add it to one of the T-ends on the planner stack just as a little bit of extra decoration. And there are a lot of possibilities to make with this page marker. You can laminate it and put on an adhesive pocket. You can stick some sticky notes in the middle or some page flags. You can use it to write notes in the middle. There are just so many things you can do with it. I hope that you all enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me over on Instagram at adjackson330 for more planner and stationery pics. Don't forget to check out Fox and Pip's shop and her Facebook group so that you can get these freebies and digital purchases. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!